Daddy. If you like what you see, comment and subscribe.
Sipping on a 40. Yo, I know it's been a minute, huh? Homie, I'm back. Yeah, I said, homie, I'm back.
Check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Check. Oh gosh. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 51 of the Mr. Dad Videocast. Fuck you, Randy. It's been a trying few days, few weeks, few months. I was gonna get on here and talk about stresses, dad stresses. I feel like we don't talk about them enough in just society. Societal norms kind of keep us from expressing ourselves as men to, talk about the stresses in life, like
Hi, Daddy.
financial stresses of the house, being a disciplinarian. Like, we don't talk about how we always got to play the bad guy for the most part. But life happened. I want you guys all to know that even though stresses will be a later episode, life happened. Yesterday I was going to work. Was driving behind this truck, probably 35 miles an hour. For those who don't know, I do enjoy driving a Vespa from time to time. So I'm driving my Vespa through Pasadena, driving it to Carson, believe it or not, and drive behind this truck. It's like a gardener truck. It has bushes hanging out the back. I'm just cruising behind it, not thinking nothing of it. I'm driving, and then there's this turn that comes up. And we all know, anyone that's ever been on two wheels, we love a good turn. So I get ready to lean into the turn. As I'm leaning into the turn, the truck passes sand. I didn't have time to react, so I slid. Bike went one way into someone's yard. I slid, rolled, hit the ground, tumbled a couple of times, banged my head pretty good against the ground. And thankfully I was wearing a helmet. But us as dadders, we're not as indestructible as we think we are, right? So, they take me to the hospital in the ambulance, and I'm wearing this neck brace, and I'm feeling under pressure because I know what it feels like to have internal bleeding because I had it after my heart surgery. So I felt like that after I stopped rolling because I couldn't breathe for a while. Then I caught my breath. So, for the most part, I was pretty good. I felt like I was pretty good. Turns out that I just have a couple of bruised ribs, maybe a bruised lung. I have road rash everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's one of them. My knees are all scraped up, my hands. This hand here has some stitches in it, and some road rash here, and of course here, and who else knows where my foot. And it prompted me to have this conversation about life, and when you go through these things, if you're like me, you start to think about your kids. I had this eye-opening experience during my heart surgery, like when I was going into it and I was coming out of it. Of damn, like, who's gonna take care of the kids if I'm no longer here? And yeah, when the women are in their lives, and moms are very capable. I'm not taking anything from them, and I don't want the internet to attack me. However, there is something to be said about a role of a father. And I think we miss that sometimes, getting caught up in the battle of the sexes, which is stupid to me because I feel like we both need each other. We all need each other. But yeah, as I sat there on the ground, a lot of the um, bystanders, man, good Samaritans, they exist. Like I fell, and within like seconds, people were like pulling over, asking me was I okay, calling the police, staying with me. They stayed there and gave police reports, like eyewitnesses to it, and you know, shout out to humanity. But as I'm laying there, I'm like, if I don't get off this ground, that's it. And it wasn't really scary for me because I haven't been afraid of death in years, you guys. And I know that's probably not the best stance to have on death, but death is not a fear of mine. Leaving my family with nothing is a fear of mine. So I don't want to leave this earth until the job is complete, you know? So it was really, really, really fucked up. I had excuse my language, I had a neck brace on, and I was laying there like, damn, like, CT scans, all this stuff, everything came back normal. But still, it still prompted that thought in my head, like, what do we do? Is everything in order? Like, yeah, I have life insurance plans. Is the property going to be okay? Like, can everyone hold it down without me here? It has to be continued to be determined at another date, but for right now, it's no. We as males carry a lot on our shoulders, day to day. Stuff we don't complain about, we don't talk about it, we just do. We are silent for the most part. Most times, most men that I know, and I can't speak for all guys, but most males that I know, we just handle that shit secretly. I had a homeboy, we had a conversation about, getting married. He's on that path. And we were talking about sharing finances and stuff. And we had a super deep, low conversation about how important it is to share with your spouse the everything, but how hard it is for a male to do that. Like, ladies, I don't know, if I have a ladies crowd, I don't know if you know how hard it is for a guy to break down his finances, especially when there's debt attached to it. I remember at one time in my life, I had to get a board and break down everything, a freaking PowerPoint, because I was, what the kids say, locked in, and I wanted to make sure that everything was out on the table. And if you guys haven't bought a house yet, when you do go to buy a house, ain't no hiding nothing. At that point, it is what it is. And sorry for the sweat, you guys. I'm making dogs food, and yeah, it's a lot going on. But I did want to take the time to address these stresses, and I hope that the guys is feeling me out there, because we stay quiet, head down, do our work, and then we die early because we're holding these stresses in. And I think that there has to be some type of turn of events where we practice sharing the stresses that we have with women in our life, or your homeboys or whoever, because if you don't, most times that leads to us perishing for some stress related reason. And I think that it's okay for us to share these moments and experiences, because especially with the person that we love, or the person that claims to love us, because they should understand. Because usually as males, I say usually, we hear all their problems and we continue to try to problem solve for them. And sometimes we come up short on self. I'm here, I'm present, and I'm open to dialect when it comes to anything, any challenging conversations. And I think that challenging conversations must happen in every faction of life. I have hard conversations with my children. My daughter's getting ready to go off to college, and I keep telling her about the fears and stuff of life and males, and all men aren't good, all women aren't good, and you're gonna have to trust with a I guess with like a grain of salt. And hey, don't do this, and hey, don't do that, and don't put yourself in these situations, and hard conversations that need to be had. And I had to have a hard conversation with myself, land on that ground. Like, do you want to continue to put your life at risk? And that's to be continued. But I just think that I should stop and just share that sometimes it's a heavy load out there, and we should really be looking to our spouses to make sure that everyone's all right. I, right now, am in a lot of pain, but I'm here, and that's what's important to me. Anyway, this weekend, we are having our 5th annual Friends and Family Reunion. And, you know, if you're listening to this, you're probably someone that's closer to me because, you know, my crowd ain't that big. And if you are willing to come, reach out to me, and, you know, we'll put you on the guest list. Until next time, you guys, y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay humble and stay transparent. I'll holla.